news, we got a lift. It's 11,000 pounds, so it's going to struggle a little bit lifting little Mutt, but let's break it in with some work on the exhaust. Different type of video today, a little bit shorter winded, not as much editing, but we got the Miata up on the lift, Mutt. So I'm going to start with the exhaust. You can see this is why you don't use mild steel for exhausts. It's super rusty, but it's hanging down pretty good and it scrapes on pretty much everything, including just flat ground. So I need to get that tucked back up in there, and I'm going to see about making some new mounts for it, new hangers. It hurts me to show this up close because it's just ugly, and I think we're gonna make a new one at some point. But what I did is just rotated this a little bit so that the bend kind of comes more out sideways rather than down. So that picked it up a good amount. You can see where it was rubbing before, so this was rotated down, so it was under here, so maybe, I don't know, 20 or 30 degrees. Rotated it all, but there's still some room to kind of hold it up. So I think what I'm going to do for right now, and I'll come back, like I said, maybe we'll do another video later, but what I'm going to do right now is just drill a hole in the power plant frame and tap it for a bolt, and then I'm just going to have a piece of sheet, 1/8 inch plate, come off of it, and then I'm just going to tack it to the bottom here just to kind of hold it up out of the way for right now.
Okay.
Time for me to tell you about Built Bottom End Performance parts and tools. From AN fittings to V-bands to ring compressors, Built Bottom End Performance has you covered. You can find them on the website, eBay, and on Amazon, where you can take advantage of free Prime shipping if you're a Prime member. Now I'm hesitant to show you the final result. I didn't want to pull out the big TIG welder and set it all up, so a $99 Harbor Freight flux cord welder jobby. This comes in super handy. This is how I learned how to weld. I literally cut a car in half and welded it back together with this little welder, so it's obviously more than capable. This is my 1930 Ford Model A Herman that I did a 5-inch chop on several years ago, but the project got put on hold. I have plans for him that I'd like to get moving and feature on the channel at some point if you guys would be interested. Comes in nice for quick little jobs, tacking stuff together, dirty materials. It does better on thicker stuff. Sheet metal's a little iffy. It's only got the 2 settings, so not ideal, but man, it comes in handy for quick and easy stuff like this. So it's on, it's not pretty, but it'll hold it. So I'm gonna tighten down all the other V-bands. So it's just this one and then the one up front. And then I'll let this board down and see where it hangs. So still ugly, but way better. See, it's not lower than the frame rails of the car anymore. So I think that should work for right now. I still would like to come back and redo this with some stainless steel and just kind of fix it up a little bit. I'm not very happy with how it turned out. I was kind of in a rush getting it put together and it doesn't fit quite right, but it'll work for right now and I can move on to other parts of the job. Next little thing I'm going to tackle is this blow-off valve that I tried to install. Bit me in the butt for being cheap. That's what I get for buying on eBay. So it basically just leaks and really doesn't do anything. I've triple checked the adjustment, made sure the signal lines are hooked up correctly, not kinked or anything, and it just it's a pretty big boost leak. So I'm gonna take it off and put a plate in between the blow-off valve and the flange just to completely block it off, and then maybe eventually I'll just swap out the whole pipe. But I'm just gonna do it that way for right now, so let's work on getting it out.
Okay.
So this lift has really opened up a lot of possibilities, so stay tuned for some fun projects using it. If you're interested in seeing how to build a full exhaust system correctly this time, let me know down in the comments. And if you're a fan of the compound turbo Duramax Jeff, I'll be doing a video coming up on how to remove the Allison transmission from those trucks to service a pretty gnarly leak that just sprung. So keep an eye out for these and let me know what kind of projects you'd like to see in the future. The full exhaust, custom A-arms, regular maintenance how-tos, full underbody splitter and diffuser. Let me know and let's make it happen. Thanks for watching, be kind, and remember, not everything's black and white.